So this class, we will actually be doing a Yoga Nidra and a guided meditation. So what I would like to do is invite you to lie down on your back. And some of the props that you will have for later on will be, if you prefer, you don't need to have it, but sometimes it's nice to have a bolster or some pillows to be underneath your knees later on. And then you may decide to have some type of towel that you would be able to roll up to have it underneath your neck for a cervical roll. Again, if you would like, you don't have to. And then if you also prefer, you are invited to have like an eye pillow and or some type of cloth or washcloth that you could place over your eyes. And that just allows you to remove some of the distractions that will allow you to come a little bit more inner to yourself. So we are going to first do a little bit of movements just to allow you to get any kind of maybe nervous energy or just invite some of the positive energy into your body. It's been a long day. And so what you would want to do here is having your knees bent, soles of feet on the ground. You're just going to windshield wiper them. So allow your knees to go over to the right side. Allow that to happen. And then as you inhale, bring your knees back up to center and exhale and allow it to drop gently over to the left side. Go back and forth to your own preference, back and forth to your own breath, just getting some movement as you're lying down. This is your practice, therefore, you will want to allow yourself to relax, get some movement. And when you feel ready, you will just have your knees come back up toward the heaven. And then as you inhale here, as you exhale, just invite your right knee to come toward your chest, and you may interlace your fingers behind your right knee. And just gently moving it back and forth. You can feel the hip socket, ball and joint in there. And if it's okay with you, you're more than welcome to straighten your left leg so that your left leg is on the floor. If you like, you can even allow your right knee to come over past your left leg onto the left side of your body. It doesn't have to touch the floor at all, only if it feels good for your back. Perhaps you're feeling a nice, gentle stretch. And as you inhale, bringing your right knee back up to center, and then placing the right foot back onto the ground, your knees still bent. And then this time, as you inhale here, fully stretch your arms overhead to the behind you. And as you exhale, gently bring your left knee toward your chest. Interlace your fingers around that left knee. If you like, you're more than welcome to straighten the right leg, but you can always keep it bent. Again, the same thing, just kind of moving it around, feeling the hip in the socket of your left side. Just slowly, gently, a little bit rock, a little bit side to side. And if you like, you're more than welcome to allow that left knee to go past your right straight leg toward the right side of your body. Again, no need to push yourself any further, just feeling some movements, perhaps some nice stretch. This is really important for you to listen to your own body. Keep breathing here. And then when you're ready, you're more than welcome to bring that left knee back up toward heaven, gently placing your left foot back onto the ground, inviting your right knee to be bent, having your right foot back onto the ground. And perhaps heel-toeing your feet slightly wider. If you were on a mat, it would probably be at the width of your mat. If you're on your floor or your bed, that's fine. And then allow your knees to come toward each other. So you're getting a little bit of an internal rotation. Breathe here. And then allow both knees to come back so it's parallel to the your hips. And allow both knees again to fall over to your right side. So you're getting external rotation on your right. You're getting internal rotation on your left. Inhale, bring both knees up towards heaven again. And as you exhale, gently allow both to drop over to your left side. So now you're getting external rotation on your left side, internal rotation on your right side. Inhale back to center. And this time, gently heel toe your feet closer toward each other. And if your soles of your feet are close up to you, you can choose to have it a little bit wider, because what we're going to do is our Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose or butterfly pose. So you may choose to have your soles of feet toward each other and your knees go outward away from each other. So again, you want this to be nice and comfortable. So some people may choose to have their heels a little bit closer to their pelvic floor, but that makes it a little bit more intense, and you can have it nice and comfortable. Maybe the diamond is a little bit larger. Beautiful. If you feel a little bit of strain in your lower back, you may choose to invite those knees to come back up. So for some people, this is a little different. And again, this is your practice. We're just trying to get a little bit of movement in our bodies. When you're ready, you may choose to straighten your right leg and then straighten your left leg. And then both feet are on the ground, and you may just feel like you're waving. So you can wave your feet back and forth to the right and left. Then you might want to go opposite. So they're both going outward and then inward. Or if you had it differently, that's okay. And check with yourself how your breath is doing. And you inhale your arms up overhead toward heaven, if it's okay with you, and then allow your right arm to go behind you, left arm down toward your hips. Inhale both arms back up toward heaven. Exhale your left arm behind you, your right arm toward your hips in front of you. Inhale back up and go in revert opposite. So again, we're alternating your arms, your shoulders. So continue to do this to your own breath cycle, just get a little bit movement. Now, if by chance you might have your shoulders feeling uncomfortable and this doesn't feel good to you, you can always have your elbows bent. You can choose to opt out on one side if you have one side that might bother you, or you can even choose to just imagine this. So your arms can be down by your side and you're just imagining you doing this, and this is still just as beneficial. And then when you're ready, you're going to have both arms up toward heaven and slowly bring it down toward your hips. Now we're going to get ready to go into our guided meditation. So if you by chance feel as if your lower back or sometimes your hips need a little bit movement, you may choose to, again, bend your knees, bring your one knee to your chest, and then alternate the other. So once you do that, once you feel like you get any of the kinks and everything out of your body, we're going to get into our resting pose. So we're going to be in this position for the rest of the time. So this is where you will find what is most comfortable for you. So I'm going to give you at least almost like 2 full minutes to find what's comfortable for you. Some people prefer having their knees slightly bent. So if you want to put a pillow or a bolster underneath it, you're more than welcome to. You can be in traditional shavasana with one heel to one corner of your mat, the other heel to the other corner of your mat. The same thing as with that cervical roll. If you like, you can place a towel that's rolled up, not too high, but just below your neck. And that might make it really comfortable. I've done that before. I felt that's really nice. But the other thing is, because we will be lying still, if you want to place even a blanket over you, sometimes people like to be nice and warm. Other people tend to not want to be too warm. So again, if you need to do that, make sure you grab some type of blanket to place it over you if you like to stay a little on the warmer side. And then when you're finally in that pose, your resting pose, this is where, again, Typically, you would have your hands down by your side, palms facing up if it feels good for you. If not, choose whatever pose feels most comfortable for you. This is your practice. This is your way for you to get more comfortable into your own self. I'm just going to give you a couple seconds. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to have anyone rush. Okay, it looks like everyone is probably in resting pose. All right. As you lay here, just feel your breath as you inhale. Perhaps your belly is rising gently. As you exhale, it's slowly deflating. Nice and beautiful. Continue to follow your breath with your inhale and exhale, inhalation and your exhalation. We're going to just bring a little bit of body awareness as you're resting here. Bring your awareness to your feet. If you feel any tension there, allow it to relax. Since we're still at the very beginning, if you want to, you can even feel yourself stretching your feet out, kind of like allowing it to contract, like press out through your heels. Maybe spread your toes out wide, and then allow it to completely relax. And then allow your body to rest. Allow your breath continue its inhalation and exhalation. And then we're bringing your awareness into your calves, your legs. And again, same thing. If you want, you can actually feel yourself maybe tightening your legs, the muscles. See if you can actually do legs even around the knees. And then completely relax. Feel yourself just let go. What are you holding on to? Can you allow it to surrender? Again, just relax and connect with your breath, the inhalation and exhalation. Knowing that God breathed life into us, you can just take that nice joy in knowing and just breathe here back and forth. Then bring some awareness into your glutes, perhaps your hips. This is where, again, if you like, you can really tighten that up. And you may have decided, like, wait, when I was doing my legs, that was the area that happened to tighten. That's okay. Just tighten, tighten, tighten that whole area. Maybe it's part of your core slightly. And then when you're ready, you can completely relax it. Just relax it. coming back down to earth. Maybe feeling the connection of your body to what's below you. Then reconnect with your breath. Sometimes when we use our own efforts, we forget and we don't connect with our breath. Sometimes that's true throughout our day. We forget and we try it again, go on our own strength. We forget that the Lord is there always. Now bringing your awareness toward your hands and your arms. You may choose to stretch out your fingers wide, kind of feeling like you're pressing your palms away from you. You can feel your forearms press out and then completely relax. Again, reconnecting with your breath. And now you're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be with your biceps and your arms. And if you want, you can even kind of like press down with your shoulders too, if you want to include the shoulders with this, because when we do the chest, it's all kind of connected. So again, now you're going to really tighten up, really use your strength, your arms, shoulders, feel that's really contracting, and then completely relax. Kind of like letting go. And for some, you may have not realized that you may have used your hands with part of it, and that's okay. Then we're going to do the rest of your body. So if you didn't use the belly or the core, what you can do is you're going to really kind of like press in, contract your stomach, like make your core kind of like, and I'm not asking you to do a sit-up, but you're still lying down and you really kind of bring the abs inward, bring it in, and then completely relax. And some of you may just recall sometimes that sensation, like that feels familiar. We don't realize sometimes during the day how we kind of hold our breath, hold our stomach in, those butterflies that we have in our gut. Sometimes when we feel fear, that's that same sensation. So now you're going to relax it, let it relax completely. Now we're going to scrunch up your entire face, or we're coming to your face. So what's going to happen is where your nose is in the center, you're going to squeeze in your face. So your eyes doesn't go toward the nose, your mouth, your lips are going to kind of pucker into it. I'm not going to ask anyone to clench down in the teeth. I know sometimes people do that in some classes. I'm not going to do that because you can actually crack your tooth that way. And so what I'm going to do now is, as you go into this next arena, just scrunch everything to the center of your face, toward the nose. Like maybe smelling something that's really tart. Really hold it in, your eyes squeezing in. Maybe you can even feel your ears moving in, and then completely relax. It's almost like your forehead is getting nicely smoothed out, those wrinkles smoothing out. Reconnect with your breath some more. Now we have awareness of our whole physical being. And God loves you so much. He loves you more than your physical being. So we're going to go to the next level. Just reconnect with your breath some more. The inhalation and the exhalation. God breathing life into us. The gentle rise and fall of your belly. You need to force it at any way. So we have some different chakras in the yoga sense. And one of them is the root chakra, Muladhara. And that's in the pelvic floor. And this is where we usually connect with the earth. And we know that God created the heavens and the earth. One of the things here is as we move up, and I'm just going to mention the 7 chakras, moves upward toward our pelvic chakra, where our sacrum is. And then we move up a little bit further to our navel, Manipura. It's usually associated with the digestive system. And then we move up to our heart chakra, Anahata. And that's the seat of our souls, the lungs. And then we move up to our throat chakra, Vishuddhi. Part of speech and hearing, part of our metabolism. And then we head up further to our third eye chakra, Ajna, like between our eyebrows. And lastly, to our crown center above. Imagine yourself like royalty. God wants to adopt you as part of his kingdom. As you're breathing here, I'd like for you to continue to be peaceful in the sense of going toward your heart. We're going to actually start at the heart, at the center, because that is the beginning. We love because he first loved, and God is love. So as you're here, I'd like for you to bring your attention to your heart area, which is also surrounded with the lungs. And as you're continuing to breathe here, I'd like for you to imagine a small little light. And with each breath, you might be able to sense this light glowing brighter and bigger. Not an intimidating light, but one that provides you with just that beautiful, peaceful light. And with each breath, you can feel that light getting bigger. And it might be spreading beyond the heart area, moving down across your chest, down towards your stomach, up towards your neck. And it's nice and comfortable, nice and peaceful. And as it spreads down toward your navel, the navel area is usually the area associated with our digestive system, individual power and purpose. Just remember this: the Lord is your strength and your shield. And it came from the heart. In him, my heart trusts. You have his strength. Continue breathing here. You don't have to have a different kind of power. You have the power of God. For nothing will be impossible with God. And we had mentioned with the navel, that sometimes when we're afraid, we can feel our stomach kind of clenching in, feel those butterflies in our stomach. But remember this: when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. And you can trust God. Continue to breathe fully and peacefully. As it spreads down, you can feel the light just spreading even further down. We're in that pelvic area. And this is the area of, not only is it the reproductive organs, but it's also our desires. And it's not just from us, a sensual desire, but also desires of what we really want. Sometimes in our consciousness or our unconsciousness. You just imagine the light spreading. And just know this: I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You were created because you were fearfully and wonderfully made. There is a purpose for you from the very beginning. No matter how people treat you, if you're God's child, you've been loved right from the beginning. And allow your breath to continue, allow that light to spread even further down. We talk about it being the root chakra. This is, of course, the pelvic floor, but consider it the rest, your legs, your feet. Sometimes we feel like we might be walking aimlessly or exhaustedly, weary. You know you can know this. Blessed be the Lord who daily loads us with benefits, God of our salvation. This is the area that connects us to the earth. And challenges that we sometimes focus on our earthly desires and beings. Or survival. Do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. And even though sometimes we are concerned with things around where we're going to get our food, where we're going to survive, where we're going to stay. Where God guides, He provides. And know this: she is clothed in strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. This is the realm of our avoidance and fears. There's nothing for us to fear. God loves you, is clothing you in strength and dignity. You feel your entire legs, torso just enveloped with that loving light. Being surrounded by love, being embraced by love. As you continue breathing here and you feel in the light, and travel back up your body. And it's not removing the lights in the surrounding and envelope of love around those parts, but you're just bringing your awareness back up, coming back to your heart. And we know when we're in our heart, we can feel this heart of gratitude. When you have this feeling of gratitude, you can just feel this light even become bigger and brighter. And you can thank the Lord with all your heart. I will thank the Lord with all my heart. And by doing that, you can feel the light actually spread even wider, going down your arms. And it gets to your throat chakra. This is the one with the speech and hearing. It also controls our metabolism, mentioned beforehand. And by giving thanks, if you actually give thanks verbally, outwardly, you actually become stronger in terms of having this voice, sharing your gratitude. And that love and that joy that you receive from God becomes even more apparent, not just for yourself, but for others to see. So you can give thanks to the Lord, for He is good and His love endures. So that love that He has for you is coming, that you have for Him, just continue to spread from that heart, even upward and outward from the throat. And interestingly, that is an area that heals and purifies. And so how often do we hold back on this thankfulness of this healing, of this flow of love, of this purification? And it continues to spread all the way out throughout your body. And then you slowly feel the light spread even further up past your neck to your head, relaxing the jaw because you were able to speak those words of glory. Past your jaw, past the nose, the ears, and coming to the third eye, that command center, the midbrain part, where the mind and the body converges. Continue breathing here, feeling that light surround there, that healing light, that loving light. Where our mind and body converges. Where our mind and body converges. And you commit to the Lord, whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. So your mind has to decide to do something, your body will take the action for it. So we commit to the Lord, and whatever you do, and your mind plans will succeed. And that is true. When you commit to the Lord, whatever you do, your plans will indeed succeed. A lot of times our minds try to convince us if we are too grounded to the earth, the things that we only want in this world, but we are beyond a different realm. You need to breathe. And then you can continue to feel it spread even further up your head to that crown. And this is beyond our physical body, beyond our own mind. It's even beyond our individual ego. It's beyond our intellect. It's beyond our personal needs. This is truly, if we can get to the crown, we are a child of the one true King. Is this where we can truly trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding? Is this where you can not be worried about anything else, but just truly trust beyond what we would normally be told to believe in this world? We are from someplace else. Is this where you can be still and know that He is God? As you're laying here with this light surrounding your entire self, beyond next level, you're in this this cocoon of light, this cocoon of love. And as you stay in this state, just remember how he can restore your soul. As I read Psalms 23, just continue resting here, just listening but not listening. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, because you wear the crown. You are part of his kingdom. He will never leave you and he will never forsake you. He did this by sending his own son to earth because of how much he loves you. So let all that you do be done in love. Just continue resting here. And you know that he restores your soul. You don't need to think. You may be hearing some things that God might be telling you. You may be sharing the fact that he has made everything beautiful in its time. And he created you and you are beautiful. He may be telling you that he has plans for you. He's known it from the very beginning. He may be whispering that he's been waiting for you to spend more time with him. He may be sharing the fact that he's always been with you. very slowly. And the goodness is the fact that whenever and wherever we need to be connected back to God, God's always there. Just a prayer, just a thought. Perhaps you're going to start increasing your inhale just a little bit more, feel a little bit more expansion, and exhale. You may choose to just gently move your fingers, just gently. Again, reconnect with your breath, full inhale and exhale. And if you like, you can actually try to wiggle your toes, again, gently, slowly. And then perhaps you might want to just rotate your wrists and maybe your ankles. Could be one and the others are together. And then just return back to rest. That's something to know. You can always return back to rest. He provides us with rest. If it's okay with you, if you want, you can always turn your head, just your ears, like your right ear toward the right side, just gently, just feel a little bit of stretch in your neck. And then you bring it back so your nose is pointing back up toward heaven. And as you exhale, you can gently bring your left ear toward just in that direction of the left side. Again, if you feel any kind of tension or you can always stop and then bring it back up to center. If you like, you can actually bring your chin down toward your right armpit, even though your back of your head is still resting. And then bring it back up. And as you exhale, bring your chin down toward your left armpit, toward that direction only. And then bring it back up. Continue breathing here. If you like, you can even slightly tuck your angel wings, your shoulder blades going back down behind you slightly. Not shrugging your shoulders, but down behind you, and then relaxing it. And then when you're ready, you may choose to gently bend your knees so that your sole of your feet are on the floor, your mat, or your bed. You can keep your eyes closed and just allow your knees to drop over to the right side. If you like, you can even place your right hand underneath your head like a pillow so you're in the fetal position. And then when you're ready, you may choose to, and in most cases for Yoga Nidra, you could have just stayed on your back and just gone into whatever you like. But if you're coming back out, you're going to be getting into a seated position. But again, for yourself, you may choose to just stay on your back. You may stay to be in your fetal position or decide to go to sleep. But if you want, you can come back up into a comfortable seated position. Your choice. And for you to imagine yourself breathing in one more time, deeply, and exhaling with your mouth open, breath. Nice full inhale. Nice complete exhale. And if you like, you can place your hands together in a nice prayer pose with your palms touching palm, thumb resting right above your heart, tucking your chin down toward your heart. Dear Father God, just thank you so much. Thank you for always being with us. You're always with us. For giving us your Son. This is the season for us to know how much you love us. You gave us your own Son for us. And we ask that as we continue on through the following year, each day that we can be reminded that we can trust you, that we will follow your words and direct our paths, that we can give thanks and share what we feel in our hearts to others, and that we can love others as you love us. Come through you, through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Namaste.